Hey garden enthusiasts, take a good hard look at your garden. Does it truly sing your song, or does it feel like it could use a little more wow factor? Well, what if I told you that the secret to a show-stopping garden isn't hidden in some fancy garden center, but actually sitting on a dusty shelf in your local thrift store, just waiting to be discovered for less than $1? Today we're going on a thrilling treasure hunt through Savers and Value Village. We're about to rescue 15 forgotten gems and turn them into stunning garden masterpieces that'll leave your neighbors speechless. So if you're ready to see how we transform trash into treasures, stay with us till the end. You won't believe the magic we're about to make. Welcome to Garden Homes, where creativity meets sustainability. Ever walked into a store, found that perfect garden piece, and then had your heart sink when you saw the price tag? Well, say goodbye to overpriced decor. In this video, we're proving that with a little vision and some thrifty ingenuity, you can create a garden that's bursting with character, all for just a few bucks. We raided Savers and Value Village, and trust me, the finds we came across are mind-blowing. So hit that subscribe button now, and join us for the ultimate DIY garden adventure. Let's dive straight into our first jaw-dropping hack. Hack 1. The Dresser Drawer Planter. Kicking off our list is a glorious find from the often neglected furniture section, where we found a forgotten relic crying out for a new purpose. We're talking about single dresser drawers, orphaned from their cabinets. To most, it's junk. To us, this deep, sturdy box is a goldmine. We snagged this solid wood one for just $5. The first step is crucial, a light sanding to scuff up the old finish. Then the most important step for any planter, drainage. We flipped it over and drilled about 5 large holes in the bottom. Don't be shy. Good drainage is the key to happy plants. For the fun part, we chose a stunning deep barn red outdoor paint, making sure to tape off the vintage brass hardware to keep its character. We applied 2 full coats, letting it dry completely. The final result? We placed it on the patio, filled with colorful annuals and fragrant herbs. It's a show-stopping high-end designer planter that breathes new life into the space and looks like it cost a fortune. Hack 2. The Colander Hanging Basket. Next, we're heading to the kitchenware aisle. An absolute treasure trove of potential. We found this old metal colander for $1.50. Its entire purpose is to be full of holes, which makes it the most perfect self-draining hanging basket imaginable. After a good scrub with hot soapy water, we gave it a modern makeover with a can of vibrant teal spray paint formulated for metal to prevent rust. We gave it 2 light coats for a flawless finish. To hang it, we used a pre-made chain hanger from the hardware store that simply clipped onto the rim. It could not be easier. We filled it with lightweight potting mix and planted a gorgeous combination of bright pink petunias and trailing ivy that dance gracefully in the breeze. Hung from a sturdy tree branch, it's an absolute showstopper. Hack Tree Brain. The Glassware Garden Totem. Alright, prepare to be brave as we dive into the chaotic, clinking shelves of the glassware aisle. We gathered a haul most shoppers would ignore. A heavy avocado green vase, a couple of amber-colored candy dishes, and a chipped glass lamp base. Separately, they're clutter. Stacked together, they become a stunning, light-catching garden totem. After a deep clean, we played with the stacking order, starting with the heaviest piece, the lamp base at the bottom for stability. The magic ingredient is a clear, waterproof industrial-strength adhesive like E6000. We applied a generous bead to the rim of each piece, before carefully setting the next one on top. Then the most important step, patience. We let it cure, completely undisturbed, for a full 48 hours. Tucked among the big green leaves of our hostas, it looks like an expensive piece of custom glass art, throwing incredible, colorful reflections all over the garden. Hack 4. The Toy Truck Planter. Welcome to the toy aisle, a brightly colored graveyard for plastics of the past, but also a place full of nostalgic potential. Those old scuffed-up metal or plastic dump trucks are almost always headed for the landfill. But for us, that open bed is a planter on wheels. The prep is minimal. We drilled a few small drainage holes in the bottom of the truck bed. We kept the original scratches and dings on our metal find for character. It tells a story. Because the bed is shallow, it's the perfect home for succulents. We filled it with a special cactus potting mix and arranged a few small hens and chicks and a trailing sedum, parked on a stone ledge in our rock garden. It's the most playful, completely unexpected detail that brings a smile to everyone's face. Hack 5. The Silverware Wind Chime. Let's head back to the kitchen section, where every thrift store has a bin full of mismatched, tarnished forks and spoons for just a few dollars. Their musical potential is completely off the charts. To create a one-of-a-kind wind chime, we first needed a base. We found a cool, weathered piece of driftwood on a walk, perfect and free. The trickiest part is drilling a small hole in the handle of each piece of silverware, using a drill bit designed for metal. Then, using clear, strong fishing line, we hung each piece from the driftwood at different lengths to create a variety of beautiful tones. The result is a gentle, deep, melodic sound that's completely unique. It's a stunning piece of kinetic art that gives everyday objects a brand new voice. Hack 6. The Bunt Pan Planter. While you're still in that glorious kitchen aisle, keep an eye out for old metal bunt pans. They come in so many fascinating shapes. That central hole isn't just for cakes, it provides fantastic foolproof drainage. We found one with a great swirling shape for $2. After a good wash, we gave it 2 coats of sunny yellow outdoor spray paint. We decided to use this one as a stationary planter, nestling it right into a bare spot in the garden bed. It's perfect for creating a beautiful mound of color. We filled it with fiery orange and yellow marigolds, which really pop against the yellow pan. It sits right in the garden, adding a pop of color, a unique shape, and a wonderful touch of whimsy. Hack Stomach, the teacup succulent planter. You will always find chipped teacups and lonely saucers at the thrift store, often for less than $1. They are too pretty to throw away and make the most adorable miniature planters you have ever seen. For extra stability, we first used our strong E6000 adhesive to glue the bottom of the teacup directly onto its saucer. For drainage, you can use a special diamond-tipped drill bit, going slow and keeping the surface wet to prevent cracking. But if you don't have one, don't worry. Just create a drainage layer by putting small pebbles in the bottom of the cup before you add soil. We potted a tiny echeveria succulent inside, and it's the perfect little accent for a patio table or clustered together on a set of steps. They're like little living jewels. If you bought a whole bag of silverware for your wind chime project and have leftovers, here's a fantastic and practical use for them. Stylish, permanent plant markers. Say goodbye to flimsy plastic tags that fade and break. All you need is a set of metal letter stamps from a craft store and a hammer. On a sturdy surface, lay the spoon bowl side down, or hammer a fork's tines flat first. Then carefully stamp the names of your plants: basil, mint, rosemary. The result is so satisfying. They are incredibly durable, they won't rot or fade, and they add such a charming rustic elegance to the garden. Hack 9. The glass dish bee and butterfly bath. Let's head back to the glassware aisle for one more super simple but incredibly important project. Look for a shallow, beautifully colored glass dish or plate. This simple, elegant item can be turned into a life-saving feature for your garden's most important visitors, the pollinators. This is perhaps the easiest project of the day. Simply place the dish in a protected spot among your flowers. Add a single layer of colorful marbles or pretty stones. Finally, fill it with a shallow layer of fresh water, ensuring the tops of the marbles are still exposed. This is crucial, as it gives bees and butterflies a safe place to land and drink without drowning. It's a gorgeous, functional piece that looks like art and supports your vital local pollinator population. Our next hack is for those who love a more subtle, rustic, and historic sound. Thrift stores often sell bags of old orphaned keys in their miscellaneous hardware section. They might not open any doors anymore, but they can unlock a new sound for your garden. For this project, we took an interesting stick for a base. We took a half dozen of the most interesting vintage keys, and using clear fishing line, hung them at different lengths. You can even tie a few together so they clink against each other. The sound is much softer and more delicate than silverware. It's a gentle, metallic, almost magical jingle in the breeze. It's a simple 5-minute project that adds a little bit of history and mystery to any quiet corner. Hack 11. The Regal chair plant stand. Have you ever seen a lonely, wobbly wooden chair at the thrift store and walked right past it? Never again. We're about to transform this forgotten piece of furniture into a Regal throne for your most beautiful potted plants. We found a classic dining chair for a few dollars. The first step was to simply remove the seat, leaving a perfect open frame. We gave it a light sanding, and then painted it a stunning royal blue with outdoor paint. Once dry, you can either place a large pot directly into the opening, or you can create a multi-level display by placing a board across the seat supports. It instantly elevates the plant and creates a mind-blowing piece of structural art in your garden. Hack 12. The Living Art Succulent Frame. This next hack is a true showstopper. We are turning a dusty, dated picture frame into a breathtaking piece of living vertical art. We found a large, ornate wooden frame that had seen better days. We built a simple, shallow box out of scrap wood and attached it to the back of the frame. Then we filled the box tightly with cactus and succulent soil. The fun part is planting a variety of small succulents into the soil, creating a living mosaic of color and texture. Hung on a protected patio wall, it looks like a priceless piece of art that changes and grows over time. It is absolutely stunning. Hack 1213. The Enchanted Birdcage Planter. In the home decor aisle, you might stumble upon an old decorative birdcage. We are about to unlock its potential and transform it into an enchanted cascading floral wonderland. We found a beautiful metal birdcage, and after a quick clean, it was ready to go. We lined the bottom half with a coconut core liner, which you can find at any garden center. Then we filled it with potting soil and planted an incredible mix of trailing plants, ivy, string of pearls, and vibrant fuchsias that will spill out from between the bars. Hung from a pergola or a strong tree branch, it becomes a magical living sculpture that seems to float in mid-air. The Wanderer's Boot Planter. Get ready for some pure rustic charm. Those old worn-out leather or rubber boots in the shoe section have walked their last mile, but we're about to give them new roots. This is one of the easiest and most personality-packed planters you can make. We found a sturdy pair of old work boots. The most important step is to drill several drainage holes in the sole of each boot. Then just fill them up with potting soil and plant something fun inside. We chose some brightly colored pansies that spill over the top. It's a hilarious and heartwarming addition to your front steps or tucked into a garden bed, proving that even the most worn-out items can start a beautiful new journey. Hack 15. The Lampshade Cloche Protector. Our final hack is a stroke of pure genius that blends beauty and function. Hidden in the lighting section are old lampshades, and we're looking specifically for the ones with an interesting wire frame. We found a beautifully shaped frame stripped off the old stained fabric, and we're left with a gorgeous metal skeleton. What is it for? It's a garden cloche. Simply place the frame over your delicate seedlings or young plants in the garden bed. It protects them from hungry rabbits or curious pets while allowing sun and rain to get through. It's a delicate architectural dome that looks like a piece of intentional garden sculpture while protecting your precious plant babies. And there you have it. 15 pieces of so-called trash, resurrected into absolute garden treasure. We took dusty, forgotten, unloved junk and breathed new life into it, creating a garden that is bursting with stories, second chances, and creative solutions. This is the ultimate proof that you don't have to spend a fortune to create an outdoor space you absolutely love. It's about looking at things differently. It's about sustainability, about creativity, and about the incredible joy of making something stunning and useful with your very own hands. Now we have to know, what thrifting adventures have you been on? Drop a comment below and tell us the most incredible thing you've turned into garden gold. Which of these 15 hacks was your absolute favorite? Are you Team Dresser Planter or Team Birdcage Planter? We get so much inspiration from this amazing community and read every single comment. If you loved these trash-to-treasure transformations and want more mind-blowing DIYs, do us a huge favor. Smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you never miss an adventure with us here at Garden Homes. Thanks so much for watching, and happy creating.